Hello, Daniel here. I'm trying to do my best on this live code session. So let's let's start. This is an MVP I built last week, right? So basically, it's a restore photos process that uses cloud to analyze photos, and when clouds determine if the photo is very damaged or only don't have colors, then we use replicate. Replicate is a service that allows us to connect multiple models. So basically it's like you upload a photo and then you process the photo. So here is how it works. Okay, and this is the process. Let me see if I have some examples. Here I got a not color photo. I will crop done. We upload the photo to AWS S3 service, and then we process with replicate. So let's wait, and we got the result there. So that is what we're building today is a clone of this repo, but we are changing the purpose. That's what I mean. We have photo load, AI analysis, and AI generation. So we are now building another product, and this new product will use the same repository. So I will change some things. So what we're about to build, we are building a food analysis software. So we are taking a photo, same process, take photo, we analyze the photo, we take insights, okay, and then we express that insight in a UI. So for that, I have cloned my repo, right? And I have right here, you see npm run dev. So we have, let me go to localhost, and it's the same project. So we are about to change a little bit. So if you see, there is another name. The name of this new app, this new software is Burn Snack. So we are focusing here in content, right? In the contents part, and we are about to update the way we handle the information. So upload process will be the same, right? So basically, okay, I have here our neighbor. Let me see. I get object list, post content time not found. Okay, so let me go to seats. I mean, I have content. Okay, what we have? We have here. This is a Next.js project, right? And it's a mono repo. We have backend and frontend in the same repository. I like to see this like we have. I don't like to tell we have a front end that also has a backend. I like to see a next repo like you have a backend, you have a full backend web app that also allows you serving static pages. That's the power behind Next.js. So let me run some scripts to fill the database. I have all in README. Prisma DBC. So what will Prisma DBC do? It will uh, feed my database with default information. In this case, is the code we have here. We are setting the roles of my table. We are setting content types. The heuristic I choose behind my content management system is having a central uh, a central structure called content. Content is a table on my DB, and content is connected to content types. So that allows me using same table for manage different type of contents. In this case, we have content of type post and content of type food scan. So post content of type post is the content type I used for the photo restoration process. Now we are focused on food scan type. So before I start, I have to see this Prisma de visit. Okay, and here we have the output. Okay, we inserted 4 roles, 3 content types, and four interaction types. Okay, set complete. We have now data on our database. So let me know, let me see, let me go. So we're now here. We're now in, and I had a conversation of it with Claude lately. I don't know why I didn't open that. So explaining technicals that going to be finding community. No, but stuff logo, no condition. Okay, I have that on Grok. I had to copy that lady. Sorry. I make serial for dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is my last schema. MG nodes steps. Okay. So now I'm about to modify the logic behind how I manage content on this app and this platform. So let me explain how I organize my project. Let's start from backend. We have here API. All my backend code is on API, but I have differentiation between services and routes. On Next.js, when you use parentheses, right, like this, is like this folder don't exist. So the route will be, for example, API contents, not API route contents. So we're about to go here, right? I need a way to this allow me maintain the content table. Okay, the maintain is okay. So the upload process is okay, right? I don't have to modify this. I have to modify the restore process. So restore, we call now analysis because we are not restoring dimensions. We are about to call this analysis. So before I start, let me give some context to Cloud Code. Okay, let's start a clean session, and also we start like up to 4 or 5. We have some complex work here. Okay, I have a CRUD right now of content table. Let me give the necessary context that Cloud would like to have. Okay, no, there's a schema. No, let me see. I have a CRUD of content table. That's right. On UI, as soon as content is uploaded, then I do an analysis process. That's how working up. So I am migrating to new app. So help me refactor to match the new requirements. The last project was a restoration photo service. Now I'm about to build an analysis of food service. Got me? So the analysis of my of the analysis of took photos will land into this structure. Structure. Okay. Then use it to you to have more context about what I'm talking. Here's the sheet, and also I will share with Claude the this is the schema of what I want to my food, the photography of my food convert. So let me copy this schema. I'm not explaining the schema because I would like to explain it when you see the UI. It is a little bit easier when you see the UI. So basically, I want to land the photos into this. Stop. So let me, my API is here, API route. Let me generate route. We have generate route. Okay, this is the API of generate. So we are we are updating generate or did generate to new API, and generate works. Generate is only the API route, okay, and generate also works with a lot of method. And let me see the hey, no, this is not what I was looking. Let me see landing media, generate or analysis road. No, we have content restore. Okay, I mismatched the file. Let me tell. Okay, this is not. So where we're about to update the restore the where did the restore API or ditch it. We can call content analyze food. Content analyze food. Okay, and the old API that was restored is inside content API. Use services. Service is the logic behind the API routes. So for this case, in my current product, I have analyst for restoration, then we have restore images, and we have content services. So let me pass these three files. So these three files, okay, analysis, these two, and content service. So what thing we have to conserve and what things we have to modify or delete. Got my point. I will answer. Are you sure? I will answer. Please, first list the requirements. What will you do and understand? If I tell you go, you start coding. I'm not using Cloud via terminal right now. Let me know if I'm losing time like working like this. I think I have working this pattern like the last, I don't know, last month. Still working with Cloud Visual and the web. So understanding your migration, you're moving from photo restoration service to a food analysis service. Right. The AI even explained this shit even clearer than me. It's simple. We are doing we're migrating photo restoration service to food analysis service. Right. That's a good point. You have working pipelines. What it means, the thing I have now just works. So we have upload content service and content service, analyze image, restoration analysis, cloud division, process image, restoration generation, replicate model for restoration, road. Okay. Okay, new requirements, upload content, same code. So basically the AI is telling me you won't modify this. This keep as it is. So the process where we upload the photography or the scan the photo will keep the same. What we will change is analyze food images. Okay, no generation step. Okay, we have no generation, restore default. Okay, before start, okay, I will delete what AI is telling me to delete. Restoration analysis. Let me delete. I'm not big fan of conserving things I'm not using because I like minimalism. Let me delete that. Restoration generation also. Restore hooks also. Types also. All the restoration service API. Okay, and what other thing? Restore route. Content restore route also will be deleted. Okay, that's it. Content type in seed. The way you use food scans since for this law keep using pause. Just change the metadata structure. Okay. So here is recommend me that, let's see. Basically, let me see and see. Basically, the way I upload photos right now works because I have this content type post. So the AI is recommend me that conserve the thing that I have right now. So let me know. A ver, I'm not sure. You recommend me to mix the post with food scan or delete entirely the post and conserve food scan. Will the post could work if I delete post on seed? Great question. Let me clarify how it works. The content type in your seed is like a category label for content. The CRUD in content service is a hardcode use post. Okay. So if you delete post from seed, CRUD will break. That's right. If I delete the post content type, I cannot upload images. My recommendation optional keep both. Use scan for this feature. It's cleaner architecturally and keeps inside modify content service. Okay. Option refactor give you create user. What you recommend? What do you recommend? Option A. Okay. Okay. Let me know. Okay. Let's start coding. No. Before start coding, I don't like the AI probably because now we'll have to generate a lot of files. It's sure that probably start to hallucinate. So a good strategy that worked for me is asking to the AI, let's code on set of 3 files. I test those 3 files, continue with other 3 files. Okay, but on a set of 3 files. Go ahead, for types. So let's wait. What I mean is like instead of wait Cloudy code all the files we need to update this feature, right? I ask Cloudy for okay, code only the 3 first files we need to make this work. I test the files and I ask for the next file. So here's the types, right? The types he's giving me, the type the cloud is giving me is they are from the schema I built with Grok. This is the schema of this is the way we convert the analysis of the image, right? Let me see another thing. Let me tell AI another. No, wait. Um, Let me ask a question. API services restoration. Okay, it's okay. Okay. So let's create API services. Food scan API services. Let's create the folder food scan. I have to delete brand. This is an old project. We're not using this. Let's delete characters. Food scan, and in food scan we create food scan type. Food scan food scan punto types punto ts. Okay. This is the types where the analysis will land the information. So what I mean is we analyze the photograph of the food, and Cloud will interpret this food and convert into what structure object, and that what structure object is this scan types Cloud give to me. Then we go to validations files. Okay, food scan, jump into validations, actions.ts. And this is not only magic. That it's not like Cloudy doing by this. It's not like Cloudy having. It's not like Cloudy have its own inference to do this. Cloudy is following the architecture I built behind. So maybe if I if I don't give the context we gave to Claude, maybe Claude would solve this in another way. Claude is now just like following my architecture. You see, we have services, we have validation, we have hooks. Let me add another example. We have hook, services, types, and validation. So Claude is following the architecture I gave the AI before. So okay, let's go to food scan analysis. Okay. Food scan that analysis that yeah. Let me see if I having not errors. Okay. We have not error yet. Let's go to net. Let's go with next step. So now Cloud is building the road or the API road. So what's the API road? Is the REST, we are using REST API pattern. So it's the middleware that we call our services. So I will copy this. We're going here to routes, analyze food route. Then let's see, folder, analyze food, analyze, no, analyze food, I know I'm wrong. I know this is inside content. Contents in folder, analyze food, and we call here route. Route route.ts. Okay, this is my API route, and we got probably the first error. This is major because of the not what structure types. I will ask for fixes as soon as possible. Then we go to content services. Maybe this error marking here will fix when I upload the content services. So as I told you before, this is their API route, and the API route commonly will call my service, and my service is content service. So we update the content service. No, still the issue. And we have no error in content service. Let me check if we done something wrong. Content service, okay. Food scan index. API services food scan. What's food scan index? I think I don't need a food scan. I think I don't need a food scan index. Okay. And we got an issue there here. I think because of type mismatch. The error we got is here in this part of the result content service, right? And metadata. Now let me share. So for Claude can fix that typo issue. Let me share with Claude content type folder. No, I'm sharing with Claude my dev schema, not the full dev schema, but the tables, uh, the cloud needs to understand what the error here. So that's it. Why I look too confident doing this is because I dominate the structure of my project. It's not like it's the I have working with this structure the last month, and I'm confident at how it works. So I know where is each file, I know the structure, I know the patterns. What I like to do is like using repetitive patterns. I will explain what's the repetitive patterns so I don't get lost. Oh, it's the API service for scan index. Okay. You are right in both counts. Let me fix the type issues. The problem is that content metadata in your types is probably not too restricted since metadata is JSON. And Prisma can be anything. We need to update the types to food scan data. Food scan. Uh, okay. I don't know if this would work. Okay. What's the next steps? Branch, roads, branch. I will delete some things I don't need. Generate branch. Branch. Another thing we got I don't need is branch. I don't remember. So share your content types. I need to check the content metadata definition so I can test for food scan. Okay. Content types. Content types. These are my content types. Also, a very important thing is when we work with Prisma models, I'm working with Prisma models. I use as possible the types Prisma generate for us. But no matter we got types generated by Prisma, we also most of the times we have to do alternative type like custom types. That is like combining some type of Prisma. So basically that's the content types. So you for clearly understand is like we have these additional types. Okay, I will share this. Got it. I see there is a content metadata is type and don't include food scan. Okay. So imagine me, food scan schema, food scan type, added food metadata. Okay. Scan, food, scan. Okay. Okay, that's it. Continue. Okay. The backend implementation is ready. So basically, it may work, but uh, let me ask Prisma. No, let me ask Cloud to help me modify my front end to finish this process. So I will share the front end files. Before sharing the front end files, I will show you how I ordered this project. So we have here routes, right? Oops, sorry. We have API, we have services, and we have some food scan here and some contents, right? We got user information. Okay. Setting configs, mentors. No, this is not necessary. I will delete mentors, media, food scan, content. So let me explain how my backend works. We have API folder. I have separated what is services or hard backend logic to the route logic. Why? Because if I put services next to the routes API, that for me, an organization will be a mess. So I don't combine the logic here in route folder. So I have a separate service folder. So how it works? Services is like the pure function, like how we make the CRUD in the database, how we interact with the database. But services also will have some types. So services will connect with types, like specific types that interact with our services. And also services will have validations, because when we post some information we have to do types validation, and in validation we use a schema. This is the way I used to the minimum files I need to create a CRUD of a model in my database. And the third and important the fourth and important file is the hooks layer. Hooks layer is not backend, it's frontend, but it's highly connected with how we connect to the backend. So that's the reason I have this file here in services. So this is the data layer, and for this data layer or store layer, I use a React query. Okay, let me copy the hooks. So the hooks is a way I call my APIs right in a clean way with my components. So I don't mess the API call with my UI components. So I make all this logic in the hooks files. So maybe it's verbose. It's true, it's verbose or boilerplate. But it helps me to organize better my project, and in this case, um, coding fast when I make updates or when I make new features. So let's copy content hooks. And before the AI ends, I will ask some important question of analysis. I think this might work. So let me just copy there. Let's update the hooks. Noises. And why we have noises and no errors? Because we are following an architecture, and that's very important. So this is cohesive. This works because we're following a well-structured project. So content hooks. Now I am about to consume that in all frontend. How's frontend? Let's go to app pages, and that is content, right? And let's go to contents data. Contents data is my component, and here's the logic. Okay, let's update this. I have today contents data. Content card. Okay. Let me know how you use AI in these days. I'm not using Cloud yet in my terminal. I'm just using the web version, and this is the way I code the last month. I don't know if it's too slow for you working this way, because I see a lot of hype on the internet, like everybody's using like Cloud Code in the terminal, and they say they is faster, but this works for me. I'm not that close mind, and the single thing that I'm not coding this by hand is I have aperture to adopt all these new technologies. So let me know if you see this right, or is not the best way. Okay, content card. Let's remove the content card. Okay, and we find the first issues here. Okay, issues of my framework. Action view. View A. Okay, okay. I will test this out. Hope it works. Hope it works. Hope it works. Let's go to contents. Okay, that's right. Let me find encebollado. Let me find cebollado. It's a famous food of my country. Okay, let me find another more common food. Healthy snack. Let me find healthy snack. No, that's not healthy. Mm, let me find veggies and fish dish. Okay, I like this. Let's test it out. It should work the same. Okay, we're about to crop, or just skip. Processing file. It kinda works, but don't work. So it's normal. This is normal. So we just need to debug and check this out. Let me find this content, Prisma content create, Prisma JSON value. Okay. Okay, we have some issues. Okay, we have issues when triggering the analysis. Help me debug. Another thing that is important about architecture, or yes, another thing that is important to tell you is, like, when we debugging, I'm not sending the AI a big code or a big file that holds all my logic. So it's easier for the AI to understand what we're debugging, because we have separate concerns. We have the type in one place, we have the service in another place, we have the API routes in other places. So that make easier to the AI to say, okay, we can check if the issue is here, we can check if the issue is there. So let me content data, if I creating doesn't have it, content data is all import into local file. Okay. In your user table. Oh, you mismatched the user ID. Okay, let me explain the AI how I manage user. Let me explain. The AI says that we have an issue with user ID. This is the way I got issue. This is the way. Okay, that's the way. Check what user sent in a long time. Contents row. What does okay? Contents row. Contents row. Okay. Let me check for issues. No. Okay. What about the back? Let me check. Okay, we skip. Mention. Okay, file to presence file. Okay. Position value. Content author ID. Value constraint content author ID. Maybe the user. Oh, we have no session. That's the issue. I have no session. Okay, let's think I go to Google. Let me check if this works. Let me see profile. Okay, I have the user now. I made all this login by myself. This is not an third-party library. I use directly Google SDK. Basically, what I do is following the same structure, having user service, we have user types and user validations. Okay, we connect with Google, we extract the data for Google API and save that information in DB. This information, username, name, last name, and also the photography. Okay, so let's go to contents and let's go to no. Hope that was the issue. Ah, you know why? I was about to do something like boom, that worked, but don't didn't work. Let me see, validate. Okay, now we have another issue. Okay, I was not logged. That was the issue, but we got a new issue. Remember, we're doing a food analysis services. Um, Let me check. Food scan validations. Okay, that's validations issue. Let's delete this. Um, let's upload again this. Let's see the logs. Okay, the analysis it took its time. Okay, but we got The analysis is done. Okay, the analysis is done. Okay, I think the analysis is done, but we don't have a way to see the results here. Or maybe yes. Okay, okay, the analysis is done, but we don't have an UI to see the results. Results, right? No, no, no. That's right. So, uh, I will, in this case, I will craft by hand how the cards would see. But we can do the following before the AI helps me. So we have this. Oh, I don't have visit card. No, let me continue. Do your. Okay, continue. Okay, continue. As I see, grid to all calls don't work here because this is more like social media post. So do the updates. Each result is on single column. No, each so date results is on single column. So make it better. So what I mean is like for restoration works that we have many columns, but it was not the issue that seeing the image in a small slot was not an issue. But now we're about to see an analysis scan results of a food. So for that we need more space, and for more space, a grid of two columns is like I cannot see it, this space on the image is very small to show the result of the analysis. Okay, what scan detail? Let me create contents detail contents. Okay, let's go to front end. App component contents list. Okay, content detail. Food scan detail. Food scan detail. .js. Okay, no issues. Content card. Let's go to list. Content card. What? Food scan detail. No, that this detail was okay to be here in list. Content card. What I'm doing, I'm breaking the things you had said. Shit. What is shit? I don't have shit. Content card and content card. Content card. I don't have a shit component. I don't have a shit component. I don't even know what is a shit. No, a shit. A spreadsheet. Sorry for my English. Let me know if you're enjoying this session. I'm very fast. I don't know. Maybe I'm too slow for you. UI overlays. Shit. Let me go to UI. Let me go to display. Shit.tsx. And what let me put here sheet. I have to export this from UI index. Export sheet from, no, let me go sheet right now. Okay, and do the auto export. Export, and we got sheet right now here, and we have issues, minor issues here. Foods can detail, foods can detail. Okay, found. And this is a minor issue, maybe a icon. I don't find the issue. Okay, where's the, well, a, okay. Nice, same. Okay, I don't like to use tailwind.config. Then my uploaded dish looks like this. Is that okay? Should, shouldn't we update content data to show one column width? Okay, I asked it to migrate the tile config to common CSS. So I have a component CSS, right? I just comment like, oh, just comment this and add the animate fade in. Let's just update content data. Content data is the holder of content cards, is where the magic happens. And content card update. Content core components, content core. Okay, let me see. Food scan detail. AI doesn't know that my icon is this name. That's that's why it's mistaking a food scan detail. Okay. Yeah. Now I see this, but where is the result? Okay. Now I can see this, but where is the analysis result? Are we creating maybe we are creating another record. The analysis is stored in the database, but the card isn't showing because the test button isn't showing. It's only when analysis is true. That's the this name color. Let me check. Content and response. Okay. Okay. We go to It's not necessary to go to network because we have API pattern. So we basically can go to API contents, maybe. Okay. Stream volume location restoration. Okay, this is the result. This is the result. So the analysis ended, but we're about to debug something, so we check what happened. So let's analyze food route. Analyze food route. We share this. The result as on type service result. Okay. Error that code, error that message. Error. Okay. We're about to debug another analysis. Okay, let me delete this one, delete this one. And we will wait. So we can see the debugging session here. We just need to wait what we got here. Okay, we got the result here. The result is here. Okay. Aren't you storing that as new record with another content type? So we got the result. We got the food analysis. Okay. This is true, but when query API content uses content ID for post and we're storing that on the same content record, the place that leaves endpoint is service principal content method should be there. Wait, let me check actually. Colorization. I think keep the read my content as post. Create new content that let me see. This is the AP result. Okay, You're asking the same question. Should we create new content record food scan? No, we don't need to create a new food scan. Okay. Mm, I think I think we should have an unique type post, and that type on this app will store the upload of the image and also the food analysis result. Got me? Okay, before the update, content services. The AI wants me to still debugging. Let me see. Content.services and update. Content services update data uh, update that that is validated. Okay. Here is it's okay. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's upload. Let me delete this. Man, let's try with another dish. Skip crop. Once the process work, we can unify the AI prompt. But now, let me see. I will check the neon. No, I don't need to go to neon. Has food scan update method is gone. The food scan is going to check out self validation. Please schema continuous file. Okay, content validations. Oh, I got it. This happened before to me. Content validation. So basically, my validation maybe it's stripping out the information. So it has an filtered where if you don't put in the validation that field, it will delete. That allows that when you're about to be hacked, right? Maybe you have an attacker that wants to submit information to your database. So what makes that is strip out the information that is not expecting in the method. So maybe that's what is happening. Very useful thought. Found it! Right. For example, I want to do a code of a person, and I'm allowed to update only the name and last name, not email. But there's a hacker that, for example, the hacker make a way that going into my system or my API and try to update my user, right? But thought is sensing, hey, this CRUD operation is sending me this value that I'm not expecting. So what Source does is eliminating the additional field. In this case, for example, email, because a user is not necessary to update me. So let's go to content validations. Okay. Let's delete this food and let's update the new food. Now I broke something now. I don't know what happens now. Content validation. Oh, now I have an issue here. And now got password, system file. Okay, content validation. Now I have this issue. Sales metadata on lines 10101 content services. On content service line answer 1. I don't understand what's password. Explain me what password does. Explain me what pass so does and doesn't it harmful. Okay. By default, source scripts or anything that's defined in the schema. In password is no fields. Let me check. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain. But we only about to test. This works? Okay, when it works, we can refine, we can fix, we can make it better, we can do the security fixes. But now what I want to be sure that this works, right? Okay, we have the analysis result here. And we have the sheet set with all the information of the dish. And this is amazing. Has respected all my my UX my UX my UI thing. Okay. See details. Only have the issues. What's the okay, this is only a translation issue. What's translation? We got okay, let me end that JSON. Okay, we need to add a block for food flow with food words. So I only have in the front end and translation issue. So Why? Because my translation files, right, didn't have the keys for this module. Okay, I will update. Okay, now give me the missing block for Spanish. Only the missing block. So my app work on Spanish and on English. S.json. Okay, I have to add this. Food scan. I will explain a little bit about my my translation. So I grow my translation by user flows. You know, I have thing up, we have home. So that's the way I like to organize my my translation. But also we got a common group of common wording like download, edit, error, done, save, console. So that's it. So food scans now working, right? Let me see another issue. Why? See that detail. Food scan. No. Details should be inside food scan. Also on end. Details. Okay. Details. Food home. Sign up. Resto. Content editor. Okay. Let me and JSON. Come on after. Okay. Clean. This works. Let me test another analysis. I have to fine tune the prompt I gave to the AI. I will explain you why, because this dish have an specific name. This fish called encebollado, but the analysis result says fish and potato soup. So basically, what I can do is fine tune the prompt. Only that, so we got more accurate results. But that's it, and it's working. Basically, it's working. Boom! Worked. So that's all for the video for today. Let me know if you like this methodology. Did you like the way I code or I end the code? Basically, I support you have to have a nice, good looking architecture that you know. And when I start building, first I have I need to have clear on how my DB is structured. It's not like I am blind coding like now I will be a counting model, now I be a user model. No, all starts by a well-structured DB, and when you understand your DB, you can build anything, because all parts from a good structure. So that's it for the video for today. Thanks for watching, and that's all.